What's going on, y'all? It's J Small Reviews here, back at it again with another video, man. Bringing you guys today a summarized recap of Black Ice Cartel's The Cage Resurrection event. They brought the cage back for every battle. I did not get to catch the entirety of the card, but I caught most of the card, especially some of the key battles here. So just wanted to show my love to top performers on the card, top battles on the card, and things of that nature. And then also, we got an announcement to talk about a little bit later in this video. As you can see by the title, the Riot dropped the bomb with Tay Roc versus A-Ward, which I want to give my thoughts on. But starting out just with the cage recap, starting from the bottom of the card, I didn't catch a few of these first battles. I didn't catch Devos versus T. Riley, but I heard the dude Devos snapped. So I want to give props because I heard noise on that. I didn't get to watch it for myself though. Didn't get to catch AK versus Mike G. Did not get to catch Eon versus Tay Roc, which I figured was going to be fire. I was mad I couldn't catch it. Time just didn't map out for it, but I heard they had a close, it looked like 50-50 from what I heard, but a very good back and forth from two of the better upcoming ladies in women's battle rap, in my opinion. Both got a lot of energy and a lot of conviction in their style. And then from there, I caught just about everything, right? So first battle I want to talk about is Dot versus Profilini. Because I'll tell you what, I caught a couple Profilini battles before, right? Some of y'all obviously may not know of him. He's been rapping for a minute. Obviously, I'm more of like a smaller league level. But dog, Profilini was wild versus Dot. And Dot was cool. You know, Dot did his usual thing. Couple good bars. Couple air balls don't really make sense. Still pretty entertaining and funny. Bro, Profilini might have had three of the best rounds on the entirety of the card. He was snapping. His second and his third were phenomenal. First round, I guess, might be the closest to the battle, but even then, I'd still give that to Profilini pretty clear. Profilini, you know what I'm saying? If I had a top 5 performance for this card, this gentleman will be on it because he really snapped like that. Following that battle was Showstopper versus KD, and this is a funny battle because I know KD obviously. I think I've seen a couple Showstopper battles in passing here and there, and this battle was wild personal, like just content wise, probably one of the most personal battles I ever watched. And I know what the hell they were talking about, man. They were talking about DV. They were talking about some dude's homie being like a pedophile. They were talking about all types of fighting, sluts. I don't know what was going on in this battle, but it was deeply, deeply, deeply personal and good execution though. Like some of the bars that I was able to catch a piece of the story together, and just like the wordplay they used was still fire at that. Some of the what a Showstopper had just like KD, he ain't brushed that off. I thought that shit was crazy. So a couple bars in there that still made the quality of the battle good. I said it on Twitter, watching a battle with personals you know nothing about will really make you feel like a new fan again. You know, new fans, they never know the lore, the inner culture references. And that's how I felt with this one, man. So, good battle, pretty debatable battle to me. Hard for me to predict to give a winner, not knowing the background of the situation. But I thought both them gentlemen did their numbers. Mac Byron versus Cut Eastwood wasn't that good of a battle. It wasn't that good of a battle, in my opinion. So one of the cooler battles of the card, Danny Myers versus Catboy Hurt. They actually went after Clean versus Bill Collector, but it was a pretty good joint. I had Danny winning the battle, but I thought Catboy actually there was some pushback. You know what I'm saying? I sometimes see Danny get some shots. He just kind of washes someone, but I thought dude did his numbers, made the battle close enough. Like I said, I still had Danny winning. And then from there, you get into the top 3 battles of the card, which are some pretty high-name battles. First one to talk about is Kitchen Clean Paper versus Bill Collector, the rematch from the Classic. I don't know if that counts as a PG way back then. They're both in the same PG class. I will say, though, disappointing battle, in my opinion. Pretty underwhelming. Now, for Bill, I do kind of understand. Bill does have Chess coming up. He does have Rock coming up. So, if this performance is down for the sake of, giving those performances more attention, more effort, I understand, because those are the bigger looks right now. But definitely one of the weaker Bills that I've seen in some time. And Clean was decent. You know what I'm saying? Clean has moments where he jokes, kind of prolonged, gets to be a dry spot. For the most part, though, Black Ice, always been more favorable for him performance-wise, and I thought he had a pretty good performance for his standards. It was down for debatable battle, very debatable battle, down performance for Bill, kind of standard to up performance for Clean. You can really have it going either way. I had Clean taking the first round, I had Bill taking the second and the third. The third from both was kind of, you know what I'm saying? So that's where you get the 50-50ness of it. Strange little battle for the rematch, but whatever. I personally had Bill edging the battle, but hopefully Bill needs to have more when he goes up against Rock and Chess. And then the two most important battles of the card, right? First one to talk about is Coffee Brown versus E Hart. And for everyone leading into this card, this was the standout. You know what I'm saying? This is top tier, important level women's battle rap going on with one of the absolute best out of the ladies right now in Coffee versus E Hart, who we know battles in more of a reserved role now, the legend that she is, but is still one of the best the game has to offer. And this shit was pretty good, man. This shit was pretty good. I don't know if it was even the most if either of them had the best performance of the night or anything like that. I definitely think it could be argued up there for battle of the night. A few of these battles extremely closely contested, and I kind of like maybe that's something with the cage is like it makes it a contested battle. I mean, don't get me wrong, a couple people got fucked up in this card. We're gonna talk about that in a second, but I like Coffee versus E Hart a lot. Now, I will admit, I caught the first in like passing. I like broke off to do something. I came back and I kind of caught it while I was watching something else. But the first was already super close. You know what I'm saying? And what's kind of funny is that I'm going to need the rewatch because the first is pretty much for me what the battle's going to come down to. Watching the second round, I had Coffee edging the second, but I felt pretty comfortable going with Coffee in the second. You know what I'm saying? And then when you get to the third round of the battle, not only is E Hart's third great, but Coffee's got the little bit of the slip up. You know what I'm saying? So now it's already a 1-1, and it really brings it back to the first, which, like I said, is a 50-50 round. For some people, I've seen a bunch of different calls from this battle in terms of how people gave it, although most people are outside of the third. People are giving E Hart the third pretty clear. Although I saw a couple people say Coffee 3-0. I don't really know how. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely saw it. Very debatable and contested, and I think it's one of those that's a good look for both. E Hart's style, as you would expect, went over great in the cage, pen heavy, but it's more about the way that she raps, like the actual rapping and the delivery of it. It's just these are the types of settings that are meant for E Hart, which is why it's more impressive to once again watch Coffee walk into what's a pretty hostile and rough situation and do pretty fucking good, man. Obviously, outside of the slip-up, some people might try to call a stumble, you know what I'm saying? But I thought it was enough to lose her the round. But outside of that, good material, particularly in her second round, like I said. And the fact that this battle is heavily contested and debatable, it's definitely no clear winner, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? It's 50-50 for a reason. I could see the arguments for both sides, but I'm impressed with Coffee because whether it's Geechee on the Riot, you know what I'm saying, 40 on Queen of the Ring. E Hart, it's not like E Hart has like a big history in the cage, but it's a big battle, you know what I'm saying, in a tough environment to take it in, and Coffee just keeps showing out, man. So whenever we can get Coffee versus Jazz, I'm with it, because every time that the situation keeps rising, Coffee keeps showing, whether you like the battle quality, not, whatever, as a strategist and as a pen, she's doing enough to make these battles close, if not winning, with some of the absolute best in the world, man. So, me personally, though, like I said, I gotta watch it back. Off of the first watch, I edged E Hart that first, and I gave her the third. But like I said, definitely need to watch back and a good contested battle. Then you got the main event of the night with Tay Roc versus Bankhead, and Tay Roc was beating the shit out of Bankhead, man. I gotta give Tay Roc a lot of credit because somehow, even with the schedule he has coming up, which we're gonna talk about in a second. And I'm talking 6 to 7 battles in a couple months span. And some of them being against like top tier, high level competition or bigger spots. He still shows up to the cage versus Bankhead. An okay Bankhead. As okay as Bankhead's going to be. And I mean, he put up numbers, you know what I'm saying, for first round or third, but particularly in the second. We got a real classic Tay Roc second round in this Bankhead battle. He lays in a black bag like barbecue chips. I'm 10% better. I'm 10 times better than Bank like a credit union. I mean, his quotables and highlights in a battle you just wouldn't expect it from. But every battle that Tay Roc shows up, he's got a highlight. And in this battle, this second round is one of them. Early in his schedule for the road of hell that he has coming up, man. But gets a 3-0 clear victory on the Black Ice card, and probably gives you, not even probably, the performance of the night on top of that. So that's everything covering the Black Ice card. Like I said, Tay Roc, performance of the night, incredible versus Bankhead. Coffee versus E Hart holding down that battle of the night spot for me. Solid with Coffee, with Hart barely edging it, but it's super debatable. Clean and Bill wasn't that crazy. Danny did his numbers. KD and Showstopper did their numbers. Profilini was kind of the out-of-the-box performer of the night for me, the one I didn't expect, or one of the performers of the night. I can't say he was the best performer of the night, but he shocked me and got my attention. And then Eon and Tay Roc was crazy. So pretty good shit overall from Black Ice. Love the cage, and hoping they spin back and just do another event of the cage, man, because I like what I was seeing, and the cage battles are always fantastic over there. Also this weekend, I'm probably not even going to put in the title, but QB's event went down. Black Diamond Battle League. Obviously, everybody's talking about it because of the shit that went down with Caps and Debo, which was ridiculous. They had Caps walking around in the rain like Michael Myers, man. That whole situation. But I just wanted to say real quick, I caught some of it. Nothing too crazy in the card. City Towers and Swave was cool. QB and T-Rex was a one-rounder and was pretty lackluster, I gotta be honest with you. But A-Ward beat the hell out of Bangs. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of ironic. On a weekend where Tay Roc smoked Bankhead and A-Ward smoked Bangs, they went and battled down. They're going to now go and battle on the Riot. That's where we transition real quick. Shout out QB and her event and everything. Great, successful first event out there in Connecticut. But now we transfer over to Tay Roc versus A-Ward on the Riot. Man, I just want to give some initial thoughts because obviously this is a humongous battle going down in April, especially when we talk about, I've said it a few times, Tay Roc having limited opponents. People talk about all that all the time, but we're still getting new era top tiers and some top tiers that are, or even just great talents that I don't feel like he's seen yet. And a lot of the better ones happen to be off of URL. And, that's the only reason he has it, because we know he's one of the most full resumes in battle rap history. And I've been asking for the Jerry West, the sick battles. I did my Tay Roc book him recently, talking about opponents that he should take. And on that list was A-Ward, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, one of the best opponents he still hasn't taken, one of the best opponents off of URL at the moment, and A-Ward has showed a good record of performance on the Riot as well. We're expecting a great Tay Roc because on any league, any moment at this point, we're really expecting a great Tay Roc, and for him to be him anywhere he goes. But with Ward particular, that Riot schedule, what he's done so far, he's supposed to battle Coffee, it didn't go down, but I remember when he posted the rounds, how crazy people thought that was. He's the Geechee Gotti rematch on the Riot, one of the biggest battles of his career. He won that, and then he's got the Rum Nitty battle, where although I had him pretty clearly losing the battle, it won Battle of the Year, and he was fantastic in that battle once again. So he's done very good on the Riot at that, and now he battles maybe his toughest opponent, who knows? He's battled Geechee Gotti and Rum Nitty over there, so it's all debatable. But to say you're Riot, to go to the Riot and battle Geechee, Nitty, and Roc, that's major. And as for Roc, like I said, one of the best opponents he's going to have coming up. Now, both of them have been busy. I think Ward just got done with his 5th battle in 4 weekends or something like that, 6th battle in 4 weekends. Battling down for the most part, right? He battled 100 bullets, Bangs, Gwitty, and then you look at Roc. Roc's going to be on a similar type of vibe, if not battling more, because not only will the Bandit, the whole UW shit, right, that ends up not going down, but he just battled Bankhead. He's got Prep coming up. Man, still has to battle Bill Collector. Los Preem battle is located somewhere in there, so both of them are extremely busy. I think this is for both of them nearly at the end of their run of schedule, but I don't know, man. I'm going to wait for the full card to do a 100% prediction because there's so many different things to break down here. And with both of them being busy, it doesn't lean towards me being oh, he's going to be more fatigued than him, or Roc's got too much going on, or A-Ward's got too much going on. I guess Ward I would expect to be a little bit better under having to write back-to-back with the quick conditions, being that he's done it for a majority of his career. But even then, I've seen him get a little bit tired, and Roc doesn't look like he has any intention on slowing down. I think eventually the fatigue of battling this much will affect some footage somewhere. Maybe he takes a loss here. Maybe he wins a battle or there's a close battle, but it's just not the best quality battle. Roc and Sirius, my eyes are on you. That'll be a big tester this weekend to see if Roc's fatigue has built up yet or if he's still fully focused. But listen, big battle. Culture needs more battles like this right now that are really going to get shit shaken, and the result of it means something. That A-Ward versus the face of URL, top URL artist noise, and it furthers that conversation, but in a productive way. I usually shoo that conversation away when we're talking stupid shit, fans talking about contracts, they got no idea what's going on with the contracts, things of that nature. But this battle, for so many reasons, is fire. The Riot's got another bomb on their hands, and like I said, I'm not predicting right now, but when that full card comes out, I will, and it's hard for me to bet against Tay Roc right now. That's all I'm going to say. But that is my full thoughts here, not only on recapping Black Ice, also through the QB recap in there real quick, but also my thoughts on the Tay Roc versus A-Ward announcement initially. And like I said before, I'm not going to do no prediction, like off rip, but like I said at the end, hard to bet against Roc right now. So I had to give you one right now. I'd say Roc 2-1, but my opinion could very much so change on that, and we're going to talk about this battle in much more detail once the full card is announced. But I'd love to hear what y'all think, man. Who did you think, if you did catch it, were some of the standout performers or some of the most important things you think happened on the Black Ice card? And then obviously, I'd love to hear what y'all think about Tay Roc and Hayward, the prediction of it, what you think it could mean to the culture, things of that nature. Where it's picking up, man. March and April, March has been picking up. The second half is looking good. We do have Volume this weekend, which I'm very excited for. Volume 11. And then obviously when we get into April, Calico's event. The Riot event, and so many more things building up. But it's been J Small Reviews again, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm going to catch you on the next one, man. Peace.